Clemson football. You've got to be kidding me. Really? A 1-point win over North Carolina? Really? The same North Carolina that just lost to Appalachian State? Are you kidding me? As if we needed more proof that Clemson football is not as good as they were last year, this year. They just gave it to us. North Carolina is not a good football team, and they were a 2-point conversion away from shocking the world and upsetting Clemson. Clemson is going to get the benefit of the doubt this year from the committee, and barring something unthinkable, they'll be in the playoff regardless, but they shouldn't be. I don't think teams should be evaluated based on how they did last year per se, as much as how they're doing this year. If the rankings were based solely on this year's results and what we've seen this year, Clemson would not be in the top 5. They shouldn't be. They're not terrible, obviously, but I mean, really? You can only beat Carolina by 1? Oh, goodness gracious. Clemson should not be in the playoff, but they will be. It's like back in 2014 when Florida State was coming off winning the BCS title against Auburn. They had to squeak a lot of games out and come back from a lot of double-digit deficits. And the committee gave them the benefit of the doubt because they were the defending champion. They got into the playoff and they lost by 40 to Oregon. 40. I'm not saying Clemson will lose that badly, but I do think Clemson right now will get dominated by a couple teams. And I think, like Ohio State, I think Ohio State is the best team in the country. I don't think anyone's going to stop them. It's just startling to me that Clemson's going to be let off the hook. They shouldn't be, and they shouldn't get the benefit of the doubt. This year's playoff and rankings should be based on this year's results, not what happened last year. That's last year. But such is the way with humans, and such is the way with humans in general. They're going to remember that Clemson won the national championship last year, and they're going to be very hard-pressed to keep them out of the playoff unless they lose a game. I personally, again, think an undefeated Clemson is not a top 4 team in the country right now. Not even top 5. I do believe there are at least 5 teams that are better than Clemson, no matter what Clemson's record ends up being, because the ACC just isn't very good.